We've seen forms of this before, but we've never seen Reddit traders have such an impact on the stock market, such as we've seen with GameStop. There's a community of traders on Reddit who are on this subreddit called Wall Street Bets, and that's been around for several years. They have a sort of ethos of going extremely hard, aggressive at trades, huge risks, coordinated trading, and so forth. And there are some characters on this page who have been making the case, pounding the table for GameStop for a long time, arguing that it was fundamentally undervalued, that the number of shorts in the stock created upward potential. And so that was a big sort of like focal point for the organizing and for people to get really excited about piling into this trade. Reddit, of course, has these very segmented communities. And so whereas with Twitter, you can follow finance, but you also see politics and stuff. If you're on a page like Wall Street Bets, you can just really focus on the thing that you're interested in. So it really fosters these very specific communities with a sense of identity. And so I think that sort of creates a ground where people can like have a very sort of focused trade where everyone feels like they're in on something together. Everything had to come together with the GameStop trade, the combined power of it, the knowledge that's been built up among traders over years, the fact that so many people were short. It really was sort of like a perfect storm, I think, that amplified a phenomenon that we had seen at a much smaller scale prior to this. And you know, the thing is that big-time investors with a lot of money have always pushed markets around, and there's always been attempts to influence markets, but I think the ability to coordinate on social media means that combined, a lot of small-time investors can have the combined power of some big-time investors. I think that it would be a real error for anyone to now like really publicize aggressively a short position, because they would essentially be inviting the people on this message board. And I think that's probably something that they're going to think twice about. I don't think if you go back to last spring when the lockdowns happened or the crash happened, that less than a year later we'd be having one of the strongest bull runs ever. But, you know, there is logic to it. I mean, people do have a lot of savings. The recovery has been much faster than basically everyone has expected. A lot of listed companies are doing extremely well. Valuations perhaps elevated due to actions of the Federal Reserve reducing interest rates. So I think a lot of things just sort of came together at once. I know people are wondering about whether regulation will come or whether there'll be claims of market manipulation. It's hard for me to see. It's hard for me to imagine what the pretense would be to crack down on it. I'm sure people will complain, but I don't see this phenomenon going away. And even if Wall Street Bets were to get shut down, which I don't see, people will find new ways to coordinate and communicate.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quicktake now for insight in an instant.